Bamise was a young girl in Nigeria, Lagos to be precise. She was very hardworking and she was a fashion designer, very dedicated. And she goes to work on a daily basis. She based in Oshodi, so she uses this very big bus. It's called the BRT bus. It takes like, I don't know how many people, but it's a very long bus. So it takes multiple people, and because the price is cheaper, so most people prefer to use that to go and come back from work. So that's what she always did until this particular unfortunate day. So that day, she got ready for work and she got to the bus stop and she saw one of the BRT bus as usual, and she entered the bus and the bus kept on going. And she noticed that there was something odd happening because the bus was not stopping to get anybody else. No, the way they normally do, they stop at different intervals to like let people in, but he wasn't stopping to let anybody in. So that was quite odd. And the bus kept on going, and that was the last time anybody heard from Bamise. So it was evening and she's supposed to be back from work, but nobody has seen her. So everybody started calling, her friends, her family. They started calling that they've not seen her. She's not back from work, for them to just know how she is. But she wasn't responding to any message. She wasn't picking any calls. So they got worried and frantic and they kept on trying to reach her. But unfortunately, they couldn't reach her that night till the next day. And she didn't show up. So that was when the parents decided to reach out to police and report a missing persons case. So when the case was reported to the police, immediately they swung into action and started looking for her. They reached out to different channels and influencers to let them know that, okay, somebody is missing. This is the person's picture. Please share the information. In case anybody has seen her anywhere, they should reach out to the police so the police can notify the parents. Days went by. People kept sharing the information. Nothing came up until one day the police received a call. And the caller stated that there was a dead body on a bridge. So the police went there. When they got to the site, they saw a dead body that belongs to a woman there. And that woman was Bamise, the person that everybody has been looking for the past few days. So they started looking for information. What happened? Did anybody see anything? Eventually, they figured out that the last person that she was with was the BRT driver that picked her up that morning when she was on her way to work. So they reached out to the company, the BRT company, to ask them about a particular driver. And when they were trying to reach the company and the police were trying to reach the driver, they realized that he was also not picking his calls. He was not replying to messages. So they launched a search for him. They started looking for him everywhere. Eventually, they were able to trace him to his village. So they arrested him and brought him back to Lagos. His name is Andrew. So they brought Andrew back to Lagos and they hosted an interview to like hear his side of the story. So that was when he gave account of what happened. So he said that day when he picked her up, of course, he'll pick up other people. That's how the business works. So he said after he picked her up, he picked up 3 guys. And immediately he picked up those 3 guys. One of them brought out a gun and held it to his head and told him to keep driving.
Why did I run, sir? When those guys showed me the weapon, as I was saying, sir, I was I can't be myself anymore. Fears have come in me. So whatever the man on guns sit down there, whatever he tell me, it's what I do. When I follow that Kata bridge, after that over high bridge, they ordered me to stop there. And when they ordered me to stop, so I should open the door. When I open the door, then the next track, when they come down, they now start dragging her down. When I saw she was crying for help, actually I'm helpless. So I was just thinking that she's inside the vehicle, holding the iron. So I move on.
So you left her there?
That's just the truth, sir.
You left
Because
her there?
I left her at that scene. I never knew that they dragged her down already.
What is the connection between you and those 3 guys that you picked up?
I have no connection with, it's just a person. I have no connection with any one of them.
They asked him, why did you run away? Why are you not picking your calls? Why are you not replying messages? He said, I didn't run away. I had business to attend to in my village, which is why I went there. I was going to come back to Lagos when I'm done with the business. Yeah, so I didn't run away. That was what he said. The story checked out until one of Bamise's friend came forward with some voice recording from Bamise, where she was explaining what was happening, that she's feeling somehow. The BRT driver, which is Andrew, picked her up, but he's not picking up anybody, and that's unusual because it's a very big bus. So she just kept on communicating with her friend until she stopped. So the friend probably thought, it was fine. So she handed those voice recordings to the police. That was when the case was reopened, because it doesn't align with the story he told. They now asked for the company to bring, because those buses, they normally have a camera at the door side. So they requested a footage from the camera that was mounted on the bus. It's on every of those buses. The footage revealed that there was no 3 men. Nobody came inside the bus. It was just Bamise that was inside. The whole story he gave was actually a lie. So he eventually confessed that he took her somewhere, he essayed her, he killed her, then he went to drop her body there. This case happened in 2022, and in 2025, he was sentenced to death. And this is him in court.